What up, though? OG Kenny O underscore G underscore Kenny at Retired from the Streets TV, and welcome back. Welcome to another installment of Church Crime Sunday on the Retired from the Streets TV channel. And y'all familiar with Church Crime Sunday by now? Y'all know I just really try to find as interesting as I can, as interesting as possible, stories surrounding the church life, people that were parishioners rather in the church, as well as pastors or members of the church who involved in things that are not right. And a lot of times these things is not just not right, they're illegal and they're criminal, right? Now let me explain. King Solomon Baptist Church in Detroit, Michigan is still there to this day. It's right there it's like almost on the corner of Forest Avenue, West Forest Avenue, and John C. Lodge Freeway. If you're not from Detroit area, you can Google it, King Solomon Missionary Baptist Church on West Forest in Detroit, and you can see this small church that I was baptized in young. I also did a bunch of stuff in that church growing up, over the years from being a small child, and that was our church for quite a few years growing up. Now, I do recall going to church young with grandma and them. I had to go to church. Sometimes I didn't want to go to church, and sometimes I did because I had a little cutie or something I wanted to get involved in there, right? The thing was, we were taught, y'all sit over here, y'all sit there. That way there wasn't no distractions, right? The same way if you go into a mosque, a masjid, you go, it's usually women on one side, men on the other side, because of what? It reduces distractions from the opposite sex, right? So that was our protocol. Keep the the boys and the girls kind of separated if you can't control them, And it was a good thing because we was little boys, little horn dogs, our emotions all over the place. See a young girl and then we want to get at. But we were taught better. And we never really heard anything about the actual staff, the deacons, the nurses, auxiliary board, and things of that nature intermingling with each other if they were not about to get married or they wasn't already married. So it's always baffling when I hear stories about people in position in church, specifically pastors, who cross the line, especially if they're married. So that might be pure speculation in this case because we don't know what happened, but I'm going to take y'all down to Memphis 10, the 10, M10, Memphis, Tennessee, and we talking about Brodus Perry. Brodus Perry was the executive pastor at, let me see, what was the name of the church real quick? Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church. It's a mouthful, right? He was the executive pastor up until April the 4th, 2019. So what was going on was, at the time, him and his wife were at their Colorville apartment, I guess preparing for dinner, preparing for evening with each other, preparing for a nap. Who knows what you do when you're married and you're at home, right? While they're preparing to do them, you have one Latasha Daniels who's driving from her place in Arkansas, where Pastor Brodus Perry had previously been a pastor and had done work with Sister Latasha Daniels with her nonprofit. She had a bunch going on, right? In her personal life, behavioral degrees and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm gonna give y'all her breakdown as far as her qualifications and what she done after I give y'all these little small details. This case ain't new. Y'all hear the date, 2019. It's not new, but it's new to me. I just got up on it recently. Somebody suggested it to me, so I'm giving y'all what I know so far, and the case is still pending, even though it's been 3 years. Now, we're still going into court proceedings. She's driving it from Arkansas, right? She know where he stay at. I don't know how she found out where he stay at. If he left Arkansas and y'all haven't been having any recent dealings, but she found out where this dude stay, right? Or already knew. She pulled up to him and his wife's apartment. I don't know how she got in. They still ain't disclosing how she got in. But when she got to the apartment, all she yelled was, "You broke my heart." After a brief exchange, and shots got to being fired from her in Brodus Perry direction. Several of them striking him in the head and torso, ending his life. Wounding his wife, Tabitha Perry, hit her in the shoulder once, but she survived. enough to even tell the details of what happened when Sister Latasha Daniels got there. 40 years old or 39 or something like that at the time, because right now, today, she about 43 years old and still held in custody without a bond in the county jail down in Memphis, Tennessee. And I had that information. I'm not for sure right now. Let me break down some of her qualifications real quick, if you don't mind. So, they said here, ironically, Daniels, she was a licensed, certified social worker. She was a qualified clinical social worker and a certified anger management specialist. Go figure. Check it out, though. It sounds weird, but I know a bunch of people who got into therapeutic careers because they first went to therapy for their own issues. Saw that they liked it, saw how much help they got, and decided, hey, I appreciated how my counselor, my therapist got me out of that slump, out of that dark space, right? Out of that Lulu land, and got me back right. So let me go ahead and help others. So it's not far-fetched when you find people who are addiction counselors who were former addicts, right? Who are therapists in anger management who used to have anger issues. So maybe she had anger issues and this is why she got into it and they resurfaced, or maybe it's just what she reached her boiling point when she went out there and allegedly did what they saying she allegedly did, right? So, and she's an entrepreneur. So she got over 14 years of experience with working with individuals, children, families. She provided quality behavior and mental health services to adolescents and adults who struggle with issues, right, related to depression, anxiety, stress, low self-esteem, anger, mood changes, and relationship issues, which is like cognitive behavior therapy, which I tell you all the time. When you're in institutional settings, you're in prison, they usually force you. They say you're going to take this class or you ain't getting parole. You're going to take this class because of the nature of your offense. You committed armed robbery, you're going to take assault with impulse control. You bust somebody out, you're going to take anger management or an assault of offenders treatment program or something to that effect, right? Intensive outpatient programming, right? So also, she had 3 academic degrees, including a Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice from the University of Arkansas at Little Rock, Master of Social Work from the University of Arkansas at Little Rock, and a Doctor of Social Work with a specialization in Criminal Justice from Walden University. Under her belt, she also founded Links of Love, a non-profit organization, in June 2017. Maybe this is the non-profit, the LOL, Links of Love, that they were talking about, that Pastor Brodus Perry. Let me show you a picture of her and him together real quick. Can y'all see that? Sure look like a couple dang on there. I don't know, Pastor. Now, rest in peace, my brother. Rest in peace. Beautiful girl. She fine. She, look at that pretty smile. You see that? That girl fine. 40 years old, fine like this. Pastor, I'd have had problems too. Rest in peace, my brother. I'm not, you know, hey, it's still in the courts and everything's alleged at this time until things are getting proven. But all of her professional qualifications and experience flew out the window when her emotions got the better of her. Her troubled heart took control, and allegedly, while firing shots at Perry, she screamed out, "You broke my heart." All right. Wow. And this is coming from ManaExpress.com. They have an article called "The Lesson to Learn from the Pastor Killed by His Mistress." Man, you know, even the mugshot. You know, look at the mugshot. You still fine. That's crazy. Cause I'm just thinking, right? If what she's saying is true, I doubt. Come on now, let's weigh the evidence. I don't want to play judge and jury, but let's weigh the evidence. She drove all the way from Arkansas. I don't know the distance. I don't know the miles. How long it take to get there. She drove all the way from Arkansas to Memphis, Tennessee, to pull up on the pastor that she used to work with. I doubt if she just fixated on him and just couldn't let him go. Because people still stay in touch with their pastors after they move on and go to other flocks, right? They still stay in touch with them. Hey, pastor, they Zoom, call them, they FaceTime them. Pastor, I need a good word. Can you pray for me? I haven't seen a lot of them just say, you know what? I'm obsessed with this man. I'm about to. If y'all know somebody who was obsessed with a pastor or somebody in the church in a position of authority in the clergy, and they roll down on them, and you feel me? Then y'all get in the comment section and y'all tell me, because I don't know anybody that haven't been intimate with somebody and they just got all this emotion built up about to ride to your place and in front of your wife and don't even care, recklessly just bop 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 bop, right? That don't sound right. It don't sound right. Don't sit well with me, man. This is the brother. Let me show you real quick. This is the brother Pastor Perry right here, and his beautiful wife Tabitha, if you can see. Maybe not. But however, I haven't heard many of those situations, man. So everything right now up until September. Let me show y'all. Let me tell y'all the next court date, 'cause I got the information pulled up. Boop 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 boop. Come on now. Okay, her next court date is in September of this year. Let me run down some of the charges that they charged this sister with. Use of firearm in commission of a felon. What's that? A criminal act, whatever. First degree murder, escape, aggravated assault, resisting official detention, escape from incarceration. Whoa. Assault, threatening to do bodily harm, resisting official in detention, first degree murder again, criminal attempt at first degree murder, and employing a firearm to commit a felony. So maybe that's what that ATT was standing for, attempted. Okay. These are a lot of charges, man. They gave her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 10 charges. And right now she's being held without bond. Feel me? All that information. All of that. I don't know if you can see it. Real nice looking sister. It's such a waste, man. I mean, and I understand. If you've been played with emotionally, when a woman's fed up, there ain't nothing you can do about it. And that's a fact. That's a big fact. I remember one of my exes, I ain't gonna call her out because we still cool to this day, but she almost ran me off the road. Like, I literally had to, I threw myself out her whip, y'all. I'm riding, she trying to keep it moving, turn the corner, arguing. I ain't want to hear it no more. I got 2 alternators. I'm working on my car in the winter. She got one of my cars. I take and throw both of the alternators into the grass as she's been in the corner, and I slapped the car in neutral. I took myself, and I thought I was going to be accurate and aim and just launch myself while the car was moving and hit the grass. Nope. I didn't tumbled about 80 times in the street, hurt my knee, hurt my elbow, all type of stuff. Got up, grabbed the alternators, walked across the street to get on, and I'm steady walking. I hear, whoop! I look back, she coming at an angle. She swore up and down to this day, I wasn't gonna hit you. What are you talking about? I had to literally throw both alternators at the windshield. Then my dumb butt riding home because now she can't see and she crying and all this stuff. I can't get to work. I'm going to get fired. So now I'm riding and it's snowing a little bit. It's light snow. It ain't sticking. A little soft snow. You know what I'm talking about? If you're from an area where it's snow at. Riding the hole in the window because I can't really see because all the rest of it's cracked. I'm looking through the hole and the snow just hit me in the face. I felt so stupid. But so I understand how women can, when they get fed up, they got that anger streak in them. This is another level, man. I pray for the soul of Brodus Perry. My condolences to his family. And I pray for the soul of Latasha Daniels, because you got to fight in your hands, sister. You know what I mean? And I believe in the presumption of innocence until proven guilty. However, this is a deep case, man. I'm going to let y'all go with that, you know, because I'm going to keep y'all updated on this story. I wanted to get it out there for my people because I don't know. I can't, you know, just assume that all of y'all have seen this story just because it was on, like, some other platforms. I mean, so whatever. I love y'all, man. As always, I'm going to see y'all tomorrow with that good old tattoo story I promised y'all about how I got my first tattoo right here, dedicated to Nat Turner in Virginia. And if y'all haven't subscribed so far, please subscribe, like the content, share the content, get in the comment section and comment as free as y'all want to. I don't care what y'all got to say, for real. Good, bad, or indifferent. Keep the change and keep them nervous. OG Kenny, O_G_Kenny, I retired from the streets TV, and you know what time it is, right? I'm out.